Hey everybody, Shoujo Girl P from YouTube here. I am here today to talk about the whole Josh Duggar molestation incident that has been pretty much sweeping across the United States for the last, I'd say week or so. I'm kind of happy about certain decisions being made in regards to Josh Duggar and the entire Duggar family as a whole. Because, quite frankly, that family, for the longest time, has given me a really bad taste in my mouth, and I'm not really fond of what they're up to and what they do, because they're a part of the Quiverful movement, in which they basically have children, and the virtue is, it's as many children as God will let them have. So they don't practice any form of birth control, any form of abstinence. They just keep having babies. And then, from what I know, they also use blanket training. And I've been studying child development for 5-6 years. 5 and 6 years, probably. It's been a while. And I had not once ever heard of this technique called blanket training. Basically, when a baby is old enough to start crawling, they are placed on a blanket on the floor, and anytime that baby attempts to get off the blanket by crawling, the parents hit the baby. And so eventually the baby will be trained to not get off of the blanket, because it will associate with getting off of the blanket with pain. And I was actually really disgusted to hear that such a wholesome Christian family practices this, because this is child abuse. That's a baby, and babies aren't old enough to understand that sort of thing yet. And so I was really disgusted with that, and I feel really sorry for those kids. And then another thing is that Michelle Duggar uses a buddy system, meaning if she has older daughters, then the older daughters take care of the younger kids, and not Michelle. I find that just to be really shitty, because if you have kids and you don't want to take care of them, then why did you bother having kids in the first place? And I'm so sorry with all the movements I'm making. I'm getting this really bad glare in my glasses, and it really sucks. But like, it's completely asinine. This family, they claim themselves to be whole, virtuous Christian and wholesome, and they're not. They're really not, especially with what we just found out with Josh Duggar, the eldest son of the Duggar family, and I believe the first son, to find out that he molested 5 girls, and 4 of them were his sisters, and they were younger than him. That's just really fucking disgusting, and I think he's a fucking molesting pig who should have been thrown in jail, not this program that Jim Bob Duggar threw him into when he found out that he did this shit. I don't care if Josh Duggar was a teenager when he did this. Molestation is still fucking molestation. You don't touch somebody without their fucking consent. What is wrong with you? And, I think this is like the biggest hypocrisy or irony. I don't really know. But a while ago, Michelle Duggar, the supposed matriarch of the family, who doesn't really even take care of her own kids, she was saying that, like, transgender people are child molesters, and that it would be harmful if a child was in the bathroom, or if little girls were in the women's restroom with a transgender. And then it's so ironic that it's actually funny. Her own son is a child molester, so I don't know what to tell you, Michelle Duggar. Your sheltered ways, you and Jim Bob do shelter your kids, alright? You don't let the girls wear pants, and apparently if their skirts are above the knee, then it's, like, scandalous, and it's like, inappropriate. It's like, no, a woman can wear whatever the fuck she wants, and, you people are just really fucked up, and I'm really glad TLC has suspended your show, because, you don't need to be making money from this anymore. especially with what we found out that your son did, and then you fucking waited until he couldn't really be charged with molestation to tell the authorities. It's like, I'm sorry, but how fucking dare you? And to say that God forgives him, and you're not even siding with the victims of this tragedy, the girls who had to endure this shit when they were little. No woman, no girl, nobody should ever be touched without anybody's explicit permission. And you're just siding with your son, saying God forgives him. Well, you know what? I know a lot of people are not gonna forgive him, no matter what you fucking say. So, you can get off your high horse about that right now. And then we also got like a comment from the father-in-law, and he said that if given the chance, pretty much every person would molest a child if they could. Excuse you? Pardon-moi? You actually believe that crap? You believe that? You know, I'm sorry, asshole, but that gives me a really big red fucking flag right there. I honestly think CPS should investigate you. They should investigate Josh Duggar. They should investigate Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Because this is a seriously toxic environment that they live in. I feel so sorry for any of the daughters that they have, who are basically the indentured slaves to the younger children, because Michelle is just too lazy to take care of the many children she squeezed out of her fucking vagina. So, this just leaves a whole bad taste in my mouth, and I have to give props to Oprah Winfrey for not allowing these people to be on her show, and for filing a report with CPS. Because you people need to stop making money and exploiting your kids, and you basically raise your children in a cult. That's what you do. You don't even raise your kids. Your daughters raise them for you. You don't give them a chance to be themselves or do what they want to do, unless it's like nursing or midwifery and all that bullshit. And it basically shows that in your movement, your religious movement, that you would take the side of a molester's son over the victim daughters. Your daughters are victims, and I feel so sorry for them, that they have to live with you, and that they had to live with their basically rapist for so long, because you didn't report this to the proper authorities. No, God forgives him. People make mistakes. He made a mistake in his youth. That's not a mistake. He was completely aware of what he was doing. And if you think for one instance that anybody's gonna believe you whenever you say, oh, maybe they shouldn't have been dressed so immodestly, fuck you. Seriously, fuck the Duggars. They can go to fucking hell. I'm not praying for them. They are not receiving any prayers from me, because they're just digging themselves in deeper. So, oh god, oh shit. This is just completely laughable, you know, like, if there's anybody I feel sorry for in this, it's the girls who had to endure this. Because I know what that's like. I really do. I don't want to go into details about it, but I really do feel sorry for those girls. I don't even want to imagine or even know how long he was doing this to them, because from what I understand, they don't really want to be forth about it or talk about it. And I just feel so terrible for those girls. But as far as Michelle Duggar, Jim Bob Duggar, Josh Duggar, and anybody else who knew about it and didn't say anything, they can all go fuck themselves. So, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, opinions, criticisms, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Have a good day, yo. Bye.